Hello, this is Bill. Welcome back. In this video, you'll be learning more about animation and reversing frames. In particular, we'll be creating examples shown before you. I've got a blue sky, some white snow, and a ball, and I'm going to have that ball rolling down the hill and back up. And just to view the animation, you can see I've got frame 1 selected, at which point I could press the enter key on the keyboard, or I come up here and go Control, Play, and there it is, the keyboard shortcut, Enter. And sure enough, the ball is rolling down the hill and back up. Now that I know what I want to create, I'm going to go ahead and close this window, and I'm going to open up a new Flash file. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and decrease the size or the height of this document. To do that, I could press Control F3. We come up here to Window, go to Properties, and there it is. And your property window may already be visible. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and press on this icon, 540 by 400, and I'm going to decrease the height to 225 pixels, and then I'll press OK. And at which point I'm going to go ahead and close my property window, and I can do that by pressing Control F3 again, or by pressing on this little X over here. Okay, the next step I want to do is create a blue sky. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and press on and choose the rectangle tool, and I'm going to change both my stroke and my fill color to the same shade of blue. Okay. Notice I've got this particular icon, my object drawn, is turned off. Here in a second I'll be turning that on when I insert that ball though. Okay, I'm going to kind of come up here in the corner and just simply drag a rectangle across the screen, and that has created a little blue rectangle. Okay, at this point I'm going to use my free transform, and I'll go ahead and grab the bottom right hand corner over here, drag that on down just a little bit here to kind of create an illusion there. I've got a hill with some blue sky and some white snow. Well, I'm going to go ahead and insert that ball on its own layer, but before doing that I'm going to go ahead and double click on this layer 1, and I'm going to call that my background layer. At this point I'm now going to go ahead and press on this little icon here called Insert Layer, and that is going to insert a blank layer. It's inserted it called layer 2, and I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to call this ball. Okay, at this point I want to create a black ball. I'm going to press on this icon right here, and I'm going to choose my oval tool, and I'm going to change both the stroke color and the fill color to black. And in this case, I'm now going to go ahead and press on this little icon called Object Drawn, and now my stroke and my fill will be kind of integrated together. Okay, I'm going to come right about here, and I'm going to insert a black ball. If I want, I can use my selection tool, I can use my mouse, or even the selection tool, or I can use the keyboard, the arrows, up and down arrows on the keyboard to help me position that. Okay, at this point, a couple things here. Maybe I could start off with the background. I'm going to highlight my background, and I'm going to come here to frame 30, and I'm going to press F6, just whether I'm on frame 10, 20, or 30, my background will always be there. Okay, I'm now going to come up here to frame 15, and I'm going to press F6, and that is, or I can come up here to Insert, Timeline, and Keyframe. And that, again, as I mentioned in another video, I wish they had F6 right here. Okay, so here is frame 1. I'm now on frame 15. What I'm going to do is simply drag this ball on down. And again, you may want to use your arrow keys on the keyboard to help you finally position that. Okay, to do the animation, I'm going to go ahead and first of all get my property window visible. That's Control F3. And I'm going to press right on here in one of these little frames here, any frame in between. And on my tweening, I'm going to choose this little down arrow, and I'm going to choose Shape. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close my property window. That's Control F3. Or let me hit this X here. Okay, and if I was to view this now, here's frame 1, and there it is to frame 15. Notice how it goes off the screen there. Okay, what I'm now going to do is highlight frame 1. I'm actually going to hold the Shift key down, highlight frame 1 through frame 15, and I could move these if I wanted to, but what I'm going to do is hold the Alt button down. See that little plus on there? When I hold the Alt button down, that's going to copy the frames. Okay, now I've got the frames copied. I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and animate this. I've got frame 1 selected. It's going to have the ball go down the hill, then it starts back at the top and goes back down again. So I'm going to highlight these last frames that I've now just inserted, 16 through 30. I'm going to come up here to Modify. I'm going to come down to Timeline, and I'm going to come over and choose Reverse Frames. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and press on frame 1. I'll press the Enter key, and the ball goes down the hill and back up. And one more time, highlight frame 1. This time I'll use Control Play, and there it is, going down and back up. Well, hopefully you've learned something in this video, and I'll catch you next one. Thank you.